Don't mess with my vibe. I am afraid that someone's going to knock me out of my state. Is this you? Are you resonating with this? I want to share with you, and this came out of the Rosey Life retreat actually. A couple of the people that were there addressed this question, and they said that they were afraid if they hang out with certain people or watch certain videos or YouTubers or listen to other people talking comments in a forum or whatever, that was going to knock them out of their state, and they didn't want anyone messing with their vibe. I also see this on Instagram and different, or TikTok, or different social media platforms, like pretty much everywhere. It doesn't really matter where. And it talks about don't mess with my vibe, protect your energy, stay away from people that will bring you down and knock you out of the state. I want to address this. And also, this is going to encompass comments that people make on different YouTube channels, and where they start judging and criticizing and being defensive about the content that they're hearing, whether it's on my channel, and I've also noticed it when I visited other YouTubers, and their content could be amazing, and then they have this rogue commenter, or even a lot of them, doesn't matter, and they say something and trying to dig into what the YouTuber is saying and trying to like throw them off with their comments, or trying just to defend their beliefs, right? And trying to get other people to bandwagon on their comment with them. So this video is for you, for all of this, because I think it's really important. I used to feel the similar way of what I'm talking about, and I used to also react in a similar fashion where I'd get annoyed or upset with a coach or a teacher in the way that they would teach things, and also try to avoid certain places, people, circumstances, situations. And I want to share with you what a gold mine that you are walking away from when you do this, when you do any of these behaviors. I want to share with you the gold mine that is sitting right underneath your nose that you're not utilizing to your advantage. So if you are like not seeing things manifest, or you're not seeing the kind of movement, and you're afraid of being knocked out of the state, or you're afraid that someone's going to say the wrong thing and it's going to question you and just throw everything, all the work that you've done, out the window, keep watching. This video is for you, and I intend that you guys actually use what I'm going to show you to propel you higher instead of being afraid of being triggered. So stick with me. So for those of you who are new or returning, welcome. My name is Rose, and welcome to The Rosey Life, where we help you free your mind and follow your heart so you can live a life that you love. If you're interested in any coaching with me, one-on-one, or in the Rosey Life community, you can go to RoseyLife.com and read all the information there on all the different options that I have. So let's get to this. By the way, I did a Rosey Life retreat. This was the third one in Chicago this week, and it was amazing. And if you haven't seen the picture in the community tab already that I posted, it was just so wonderful to meet some of you that have been on my channel or in the Rosey Life community for a while with me now, and new ones too. And it was just so wonderful meeting you in person. And I am going to consider doing more retreats in the near future. And if you guys comment and reach out to me or send me emails and let me know where what cities you guys are in, then I can start kind of getting a better idea of what part of the country to have the next retreat in. So comment below, let me know where you are in the world, and I would love to come join you and have an in-person retreat there so you can have a wonderful experience. And we really dive in deep in that retreat, and they all left like with, like on their heads on a cloud, like going, what the hell just happened? I love seeing the aha moments, the light bulb moments go off, the realizations, the manifestations, all of that happened literally in that day. And it's just so wonderful to share that in person and meet other people that are like-minded. So let's get back to the video. So this video comes from like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that. And one thing that I noticed that I used to do as well is I used to be afraid, like if I did coaching with someone or a coach or a teacher or even a book like Neville's or any information about the law, and I would learn something and I think, okay, I got it, and I would feel amazing, and then I'd watch or listen to another coach or teacher and they would say something else like, yeah, that's true, but, or yeah, that's true, but, and, right? That, in other words, yeah, that's true, but you can't do that. Or, yeah, that's true, but you have to do, in order to get that, you have to do this, this, and this, right? It's like every coach I would hear a different step being added on, or it was something else I had to free myself from or let go of, or it was just constant like adding on, like I felt like I was working. And even though they say it's easy, right, then they would give me all these steps to do it so that I could have what I want, and it was just so confusing to me. And then I would get annoyed with teachers that say, no, you can't have that. They would limit the power and say, no, you can't do that. You can't have a specific person. And they would argue that Neville didn't do it. And then other teachers say, yes, Neville did do it. And I'm like, what in the hell is going on, right? And then I would read comments, and this is even on my channel recently, and I've seen it on another teacher's channel. And I'm like, people arguing and saying that's not true, or that what you said wasn't good enough, or wasn't enough, it wasn't educational enough, or that it wasn't clear enough, or you took too long to explain this, or what you're saying is not true, it's limiting, that's a limiting belief, or arguing, right, with whatever's being said. Now, there was a time, and I'll be honest with you guys, where I would take it personal, and I'd be like, oh my God, maybe I shouldn't be on YouTube, maybe I shouldn't be teaching this. Like, I would read that and react, and then I would identify with what was being said, okay, and not knowing. So let's go back to when I was first learning about the law and how I was responding, right? First of all, I want to let you know that anything that you hear, like this video, right? This video is going to have a different reaction. My intention for this video is to help you see what is happening within you and use that to level yourself up, to lift yourself up, to take your power back. And so some of you will actually have that experience after watching this video. And then there'll be other people that will have a different experience. And I want to say that all of those experiences are totally perfect. They're exactly perfect. My intention is for all of you to be able to get something from this video and use it, whether you get the aha moment when you first watch it, or it might happen to you in a day, a month, a year, or 10 years. It doesn't matter, but the seeds are being planted. The information is being planted. So when you hear, so this is one video. Like if I say, everyone, let's look at this pen, just because I see a black top and a white bottom to this marker, this pen, right, doesn't mean that everyone else sees it the same way. So yes, we have a common consciousness, but all of you are going to have a different experience about this pen. You're going to see it differently, think different thoughts about it. Your perception of it is going to be different, and therefore your experience and what you take away from looking at this pen is going to be different. It's the same thing with my content or any content that any coach and YouTuber puts out there, that everyone will get a different experience from it. So the game plan here isn't for me to like convince every single person on the planet Earth. No, I put out content that is called to me, that speaks from my heart, and that is what I put out. And I put it out with faith and trust, knowing that it's being put out for a reason, right? And the main reason is me. Yeah, the main reason is me, because I am sharing with the world what I have been resonating with, what I have seen, and I'm speaking from my heart, which I know to be the truth. And And I put it out there and I share this because when I share what I am being downloaded, when I share that, I know that I'm sharing it with everyone, but guess what? Everyone is me. So of course I want to share everything that I know, everything that I've learned, because I know that when I share with you, I'm sharing it with me, because that is what everyone is you pushed out is. I am sharing everything with me, all aspects of me. You are all connected to me. We're all one. So you're going to have your own experience as well, and where you're going to have a different perception about the same content. So that is why different people can comment different things and have their own perception. So it's a kind of a don't shoot the messenger thing. It's you want to look at yourself and ask yourself why you're being so quick to judge or have an opinion or be triggered or defend your beliefs. Okay, so that is what I want to share. And someone in the Rosey Life retreat, she said she felt like hesitant to share things in the group because she doesn't want to be knocked off of her vibe or her state, or she doesn't want any bad energy or unaligned energy with where she is. And I think that there's a lot of people that talk like this, even with social media. They talk like this and they're like, don't hang out with people that have that bad vibes or can bring your energy down. I'm like, first of all, that's not possible. Think about that. How does that even fit into you being a powerful creator and that you are the cause of everything? So if you walk around thinking that someone can knock you out of the state or deplete your good vibes, you're already giving people your power there. You're saying, oh, well, I'm not the only cause. I'm not the only power. Others have the power to knock me off my state or knock me out of my good vibes. Do you see that? So when you're saying you have to avoid people or things or books or whatever, it's like, okay, if you want to do it because you truly don't enjoy it. Like for me, I truly don't enjoy watching the news. And if I do watch the news, and like if I'm at the airport or I'm at a bar or at a hotel room and it comes on and it's on, I'll watch it, but I have my own experience, my own perception of it, but I don't go around avoiding it, afraid that it's going to knock me out of my vibe. I decide what I want to listen to. I decide when I want to hear because it makes me feel good, not because I'm afraid that it's going to knock me out of my vibe. So I invest my thoughts, I invest my time, I invest my money, I invest everything because I know that the more that I invest, the higher my return is. So if I could spend 6 hours a day watching the news or watching TV movies or whatever, and I'm going to feel like, oh, if that felt fun and happy, that was a good investment of my time. Do you see? But if I'm avoiding certain shows or music or places because I'm afraid, that's not investing. Now you're running, you're avoiding. So here's what I wanted to share with you with the WISE board, right? I wrote up here, don't mess with my vibe. It's not possible. No one can mess with your vibe because you are the vibe and you are the one emitting a vibe. And if you're emitting a vibe, then the people around you must conform to that vibe. And if they're not conforming to that vibe, it could be remnants from the old vibe that you used to have, right? And you still in that moment get to change that vibe of that with that person still. You're never stuck. And I said this in the Rosey Life retreat. I said, we have, everyone says there's an escape hatch or a loophole. Oh, what's the loophole here? There has to be a loophole, right? Guess what? You are infinite loopholes. There are infinite loopholes. You're never stuck. You're never cornered. You're never screwed. You're never set back. You're never like, oh my God, I did it now. No. You have infinite loopholes. Even if you feel like you seriously screwed up, you still are not stuck and you still have a loophole out of that. Do you see? Because we have, nothing can touch us. You are infinite beings. Nothing can touch that. So if you experience, whether it's through watching one of my videos or another YouTuber videos or reading a book or a Facebook post or someone's sharing information, if you feel triggered Okay, remember, what are triggers? It's just you heard something and you had a reaction to it. That's all it is. Triggers is, I think, is blown up out of proportion, where it really is, call it what it is. You heard something, saw something, smelled something, tasted something, and then you had a reaction to it, an emotional reaction to it. So when people have triggers, they like to slash back, run, or they go into fight or flight mode, like they feel frozen. They're just like, like, what do I do? What do I do? Do you see? Triggers are nothing more than you heard, saw, you smelled, tasted something, and you had an emotional reaction, and that's good information for you to know. And I'm going to talk about why, right? Defending your beliefs is just like, oh, like if you're disagreeing with somebody and you're like, you have to defend your beliefs. Why are you defending your beliefs? You don't have to. You don't have to defend your beliefs, because you're the only one in your experience. You're the only one in your reality. There's nothing to defend. There's only one truth. Fighting, defending, you're saying that there's more than one truth, as if everyone isn't talking about the same truth. Everyone's delivery is different, right? But defending your beliefs, who are you defending them against? You are literally the only person in your experience. And if you know that you are the only cause and you're the only power, you're the only creator, who are you defending these against? Do you see? And if you're feeling defensive, that's valuable information, and we're going to get to that. Disagreeing, right? It's the same thing, like kind of like defending, but you're just like, no, I disagree. No, I disagree. No. Again, being defensive as if there's something to defend. We're talking about love here on The Rosey Life. We're talking about the truth, the love of who you are, that's all you are, unconditional love. And unconditional love doesn't have to go around defending itself from anything or anyone, because it just is. It's that one divisible by one, right? The one is only divisible by one, meaning no other number, no other truth can come into and divide it, because one is divided by one, the one. That is who you are. You are the one truth. There's no arguing. There's no defending. It's you are the one. Judging, same thing, right? You're judging a book, or judging someone's comment, judging a coach, judging a teacher, saying they're wrong or this one's right or whatever, right? If you're judging, think about where judgment comes from. You're saying that they're wrong and you are right. Or you're saying they're wrong and someone else is right. And it doesn't matter which form of judgment, or you can even be judging yourself, right? Instead of going right to the truth, seeing behind what you hear, seeing behind what's being said, and seeing the love of what anyone is saying, including seeing the love behind yourself, behind the judgment of yourself. Comparing, same thing, going back to judging, right? You're comparing apples and oranges. Oh, but this one said this one and that one said this one. Instead, remember, there's only one truth. There's only one love. Asking for proof, that's another one. Show me. It's like, show me the evidence. Show me this is true. Show me, prove it to me. Where are the success stories? Show me more success stories. Like, ask yourself, how many success stories do you have to read? Do you think that you need to read in order for you to feel conviction of this is true? And I'm going to tell you the answer right now. You can hear 200 million convincing stories, success stories, that are specifically tailored to what it is that you desire, so that you can see that it's possible, because that's what you're looking for when you ask for proof or show me evidence, or how do you know, right? What you're doing is you're trying to figure out if you should believe this or not, and if you can believe this or not. Well, no amount of coaches with success stories, or books with success stories, or Facebook groups with success stories, none of that. It looks amazing and you can celebrate them all, right? But no amount of that is ever going to satisfy what it is that you're looking for. And that is it possible for me? That's what you're looking for. You're wanting to know, is it possible for me to have anything that I want? And the answer is yes. It's always yes. But that's not good enough. So then this ego, this mind, keeps seeking and looking for more evidence and more answers that it is possible, when all you have to do is turn around and go within and say, yes, it is possible, because I am the only cause. I am the cause. I'm the power here. I'm the one in charge of everything. In my experience, everything is under my rule, under my preference, under my assumption, my belief. So that if you're asking, is it possible, by looking for other people's success, now you're saying, you're asking for proof, and you'll remain in the asking and seeking forever because you're looking for evidence or proof that it is possible, when all you have to do is turn around and go within and say, yes, it is possible, because I'm the one creating the assumption, I'm creating the belief. So the belief is, yes, it is possible. I don't need to read any more damn success stories. I don't need anyone to tell me that it's possible, because I'm the one creating the belief that it is possible. So yes, I am. It is possible. Everything is possible. And if you believe in the one cause, one God, one source, then you know everything is possible. But if you still think that there's power in 3D, people have the ability to cause you to react or cause to push your buttons, now you're believing in other powers outside of the one power, the true power, the one God, the one universe, or one source within you. Now you're thinking that other people or things outside you have power. Do you see? You're creating more than one power. And there's only one. There's only one cause, and that is you. Everything comes from within you. So all of this, by the way, this is what I want to share too, is that this is a gold mine right here. These triggers, defending beliefs, disagreeing, arguing, judging, comparing, asking for evidence, all of this, you're sitting on a gold mine right here. And this video is to show you that you have a gold mine of knowledge right underneath your nose, that when you are in these situations, instead of running from them, run into them. Turn around. Instead of running, defending, arguing, turn around and go within and run right into them. Embrace them, look at them, bring them up closer. Get used to, when you feel any of these things, get used to it. You grab it and say, come here. Instead of you running and going, I don't know what to do. Or getting mad and defending, you're like, that's not true. Ask yourself, why are you reacting that way? What fear is surfacing with this reaction that you have, whatever the reaction is? And this is not an exhaustive list. There's more, okay? But these are the most common ones that I see in YouTube comments and people asking questions in my forum, in the community, and also at the retreat, or in emails, or when I do one-on-one coaching. This stuff comes up a lot. And like I said, and not just here, but I've noticed it quite a bit in other places. But all of this, right, everything that you're reacting to, that you're defending against, that you think you're judging, comparing, and you're saying, no, it's all you. Let's get this out of the gate. It's all you. You're only reacting to you. You're only defending you. You're only judging you. You're only perceiving you. When you hear me speaking to you, it's you. It's not me. It's you having the reaction. It's you having that perception. It's you having this trigger. It's you having that experience of the content. It's you. It's not me. Do you see? Everything is you. This is all a perception, belief, assumption. All of this is being shown to you, okay? All of that. So what do you do with triggers, with beliefs, and defending and judging and comparing and saying, no, I refuse? Look, it's all showing you what you're hung up on. It's showing you where you are hanging up on a belief. It's showing you what beliefs that you're still holding on to. It's still showing you what parts of this 3D you think that you need to defend. It's showing you everything that you're not. That is the bottom line. This, all of it, is showing you who you are not. All of this is a gold mine showing you who you are not. Because the only thing that you are is God, love, infinite intelligence. You are unlimited. You don't have to defend yourself. You don't have to believe anything. You don't have to believe anything that I say. You are all knowing, all powerful. You are everything, everywhere. So everything that you hear that you think that you got to defend, it's literally showing you what you're still holding on to. And it's showing you who you're not. You are perfect. You're perfect love. If you don't always see love in everything, if you don't see love behind everything, everything you hear, everything you do, and you're seeing what's on top of love, you're seeing like a little costume, a little blanket on top of love, now you're seeing that you have to defend your beliefs, defend your opinions. You don't have to. You don't have to when you know the truth of who you are. Do you see? So even back to what I was saying earlier, like even when I have read comments like that, I'm like, I now know, and I'm like, wow, that's what they got out of my video. That's what they heard. Well, you know, that's what they heard. I intend that whatever was heard and that your reaction from something that you didn't like or disagree with, my intention is that you see that reaction and you use it as a gold mine to show you who you're not, to show you what you have been holding on to that does not serve you. Because if it's not love, unconditional love, if it's not pure unlimited power, if it's not one cause, one source, then that's not it. I love saying it's like, if it feels crappy, then that's not it, meaning that's not who you are. If it feels sad, that's not it. If you feel competitive, that's not it. If you're feeling like you need to judge, that's not it. Do you see? If you feel lack, that's not it. And you can tell yourself, well, that's not it. That's not it. Well, do you see? Because who you are is none of that stuff. You are the one. You are the all, the love, the pure perfection. There's nothing more than you are. So I intend that you become aware, either on this video or other videos, of any triggers or defensiveness or judging or comparison, right? And ask yourself, what is that? Because that's not love. That is not love. So that's not it. That's not what I am. Do you see? Well, then what am I? I'm love. There's always the same answer, one love, one God, one power, one source, one cause. And if you believe in anything else other than that one, then you are looking outside of you. You are looking outside at an outside power. You are looking at that there's some other God, some other power out there, and everything is just you. You are the one. You are the one. I am the beginning and the end, the Alpha and the Omega, right? You are the way. Think about all the scriptures. They all point to the one, right? The one. And like in another video I talked about is like, what does the one represent? The one is union, unity, it's wholeness, perfection, it's completion. There's nothing to add. The one is only divisible by itself, but one is in all numbers. In other words, there's only one power, but that one power is in all other seeming powers like thoughts, feelings, or electricity or anything. The one is in everything, okay? And then that all, everything is in that one. But one can only be divisible by itself. In other words, there is nothing else. You can't add or subtract to the one because the one just is one. And if you're looking for anything else other than that, then you're looking at creating additional beliefs, additional powers, additional ways, additional things that you don't have to do. So I intend this video was helpful, enlightening for you, and I love you guys so much. And my intention is only love here, and for you to be more aware of the love that you are within. So I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys, and thank you for liking the video and subscribing to The Rosey Life. I appreciate you guys' support so much, and I'll see you soon because you're all freaking amazing, and I will always believe that. Thank you. Bye.